Tonight, exclusive interview with the leader who thinks he can get Trump to do something that no one else has been able to do so far, drop his tariffs. Mike Valerio is out front.
As China's Xi Jinping strikes back against steep U.S. tariffs, vowing to fight them eye for an eye.
How are you? It's so good to meet you.
South Korea's leader says in an exclusive interview with CNN, he is looking for a deal.
Acting President Han, what is your message to President Trump?
First of all, we will cooperate with the United States and President Trump to make sure that we can find some of the solutions to arrive at the win-win situations.
Duck-soo, South Korea's head of state, says cooperation and negotiation, not confrontation, will be South Korea's playbook. A strategy, he says, driven by deep ties to the U.S. forged during the Korean War. Today, nearly 30,000 U.S. troops are still stationed in South Korea. And he's betting friends with this much history can talk this through.
You do anticipate that this 25% tariff level will not stay. That's your anticipation.
Depending on the negotiations.
25% though, that's pretty steep for friends for generations.
Well, it's a pity because we are evaluated in that way. Yeah. But I think that kind of different assessment can always happen in this kind of situations.
South Korea's auto industry is a success story in part because of tariffs. Seoul National University economics professor Lee Kyung writing, South Korea's high tariffs on imported cars protected Hyundai, helping it to grow into a global powerhouse exporter. In this tariff trade war, economists fear parts and products from South Korea could skyrocket in price, harming jobs and assembly lines on both sides of the Pacific. Han remains optimistic, speaking with U.S. President Donald Trump for the first time in a phone call Tuesday morning. President Trump echoing the enthusiasm for now. Posting on Truth Social, the two leaders had a, quote, great call, and, quote, we have the confines and probability of a great deal for both countries, Trump wrote.
I think if we really try to work very hard and, exchange our informations on interpreting and assessing in a right way, in this case with the United States, I think the situations can be improved.
So Erin, this is the test here. If a country like South Korea comes to the table, putting its faith in the value of its long-standing alliance with the United States, how much farther can its tariff come down? Can its tariff come down at all? That is the question that Duck-soo is facing. And Erin, for what it's worth, he has served as ambassador to the United States before the Trump years and also before the Trump years. He was instrumental in getting the free trade agreement with the U.S. and South Korea over the finish line. So we'll be watching from here in Seoul. Erin.
Yeah, and such an important interview. Mike, thank you very much from Seoul. And thanks so much to all of you. AC 360 starts now.